In an event that sent shockwaves through the automotive industry, Ford CEO Jim Farley made a groundbreaking announcement that could potentially alter the trajectory of not only his company, but the entire electric vehicle industry. Farley revealed that Ford has developed a revolutionary new engine, one that he claims has the power to disrupt and possibly dismantle the current momentum behind electric vehicles. This announcement comes at a time when the EV industry is experiencing rapid growth, spurred on by environmental concerns, government regulations, and consumer demand for greener transportation solutions. However, Ford's new engine could introduce a seismic shift in how both manufacturers and consumers view the future of mobility. Jim Farley, ever the visionary leader, has been known for pushing boundaries and embracing innovation. During his tenure at Ford, the company's legacy of producing powerful, efficient combustion engines was not something he was willing to abandon entirely, even as the world shifted its focus to electric powertrains. Farley's latest reveal marks Ford's reassertion of its prowess in traditional engineering but with a modern twist. The engine he presented promises to deliver efficiency, power, and performance far beyond what anyone might expect from a combustion engine, leading some to speculate that it could stall the seemingly inevitable rise of electric vehicles. At the heart of this announcement is the bold claim that Ford's new engine surpasses all current alternatives in terms of fuel efficiency, power output, and sustainability. According to Farley, this engine is a technological marvel that blends traditional internal combustion engine engineering with groundbreaking innovations that significantly reduce emissions. In fact, Farley highlighted that this engine produces fewer emissions than many hybrid or plug-in hybrid vehicles, calling into question the prevailing narrative that electric vehicles are the only viable solution for a sustainable future. The reduced emissions, he suggested, make this engine not only a greener choice than most current combustion engines but also a contender to rival even the most efficient EVs. One of the most surprising aspects of this announcement was the timing. The global auto industry is deep in the throes of an electric revolution. Major automakers, including Ford itself, have announced plans to phase out combustion engines entirely over the next few decades. Billions of dollars are being poured into EV infrastructure, battery development, and renewable energy resources to support the rapid scaling of electric vehicles. Yet, here was Farley, standing on a stage and proclaiming that Ford had found a way to breathe new life into the internal combustion engine, something that many had written off as a relic of the past. The implications of this new engine technology are enormous. For one, it challenges the assumption that electric vehicles are the inevitable successors to traditional cars. While EVs have garnered significant support due to their zero-emission status and impressive technological advancements, they are not without their drawbacks. Concerns about battery production, charging infrastructure, and the sourcing of rare earth metals have been constant thorns in the side of the EV industry. Ford's new engine offers an alternative path, one that promises to bypass many of the complications associated with electric vehicles, while still delivering on the demands for lower emissions and improved efficiency. Farley was keen to emphasize that this new engine is not just about performance and power, it is also about affordability. One of the biggest hurdles facing the electric vehicle industry is the high cost of batteries and the corresponding price of electric vehicles themselves. While prices have come down in recent years, electric cars remain out of reach for many consumers, particularly in emerging markets where infrastructure is less developed. Ford's new engine, on the other hand, could provide a lower-cost alternative to electric vehicles, making sustainable driving accessible to a wider audience without requiring the same level of infrastructural overhaul. The flexibility offered by this new engine could also give Ford a strategic advantage in the global market. While electric vehicles have gained significant traction in regions like North America, Europe, and parts of Asia, many parts of the world remain reliant on traditional fuels due to a lack of charging infrastructure or the prohibitive costs associated with EVs. Ford's engine could serve as a bridge solution, offering the environmental benefits and efficiency that consumers are beginning to demand while utilizing the existing refueling infrastructure. This could allow Ford to maintain a competitive edge in markets where EV adoption has been slower and give the company a significant leg up over competitors who have gone all in on electric. It's important to consider how this new engine might influence Ford's competitors as well. Companies like Tesla, which has built its entire business around the concept of electric vehicles, may feel the pressure to adapt to this new development. Other traditional automakers like General Motors and Volkswagen, who have also pledged massive investments in EV technology, could find themselves re-evaluating their strategies. Ford's announcement may spark a renewed focus on improving internal combustion engines, leading to a more balanced automotive landscape where both EVs and advanced combustion engines coexist. The development of this new engine also raises fascinating questions. How exactly did Ford manage to make an internal combustion engine that rivals the efficiency and emissions of electric vehicles? Farley was careful not to reveal too many specifics during the announcement, likely to protect Ford's proprietary technologies from prying eyes. However, he did hint at the use of advanced materials and engineering processes that allow the engine to run cleaner and more efficiently than anything on the market today. These advancements may pave the way for a new era of innovation in engine design as other automakers scramble to keep up with Ford's unexpected leap forward. Ford's engineers have seemingly accomplished what many believe to be impossible, giving the internal combustion engine a new lease on life in an era increasingly dominated by the electrification of the automotive industry. This breakthrough could have profound and far-reaching implications for the future of automotive innovation and how automakers allocate their resources for research and development. While the majority of companies have shifted their focus toward electric drivetrains and advanced battery technologies, Ford's success in developing this innovative engine may inspire a renewed interest in refining and improving traditional combustion technology. This could lead to a dual-track strategy in which manufacturers continue to push forward with electric powertrain development while simultaneously investing in more efficient, cleaner-burning internal combustion engines, rather than entirely phasing them out as once predicted. In this scenario, the future of transportation could become far more diversified than the all-electric future many industry experts anticipated. The potential resurgence of internal combustion technology would not only create technological shifts, but would also have significant economic and geopolitical ramifications. Over the past decade, the rise of electric vehicles has been closely linked to the production and global supply of critical raw materials such as lithium, cobalt, and nickel, key components in modern battery systems. As the demand for electric vehicles skyrockets, so too does the need for these scarce materials, raising serious concerns about the long-term stability of supply chains and the environmental costs of mining. Many of the world's largest lithium and cobalt reserves are concentrated in politically volatile regions, further complicating the supply chain. These challenges have sparked debates about the ethical and environmental impacts of resource extraction for batteries. By introducing a viable alternative to electric vehicles, Ford's new engine could help reduce the industry's heavy reliance on these critical materials, potentially stabilizing global supply chains and mitigating some of the environmental harm caused by mining. This would be particularly valuable in a world increasingly aware of the social and ecological consequences of extracting finite resources. On a broader level, this development could have a significant impact on energy policies and environmental regulations worldwide. In recent years, governments have made aggressive policy moves to encourage the transition from internal combustion engines to electric vehicles as part of their broader strategy to combat climate change and reduce carbon emissions. Massive infrastructure projects have been planned or implemented to support this transition, including charging networks and incentives for EV purchases. However, if Ford's new engine can achieve emissions reductions that rival those of electric vehicles, without requiring an equally massive investment in infrastructure, it could force policymakers to rethink their approach. Rather than putting all their eggs in the electric basket, governments may begin to advocate for a more balanced and inclusive strategy, one that promotes multiple technologies, including cleaner combustion engines, to meet emissions targets. This would allow for a more gradual, flexible transition to a low-emission future without risking the potential downsides of over-reliance on a single technology. The impact of Ford's innovation could also reshape consumer behavior and market dynamics. The rapid rise of electric vehicles has been fueled in part by the growing demand for sustainable, eco-friendly products and the allure of cutting-edge technology. Many consumers have embraced EVs not just for their environmental benefits but also for the convenience of lower operating costs, instant torque, and innovative features like over-the-air software updates. However, there remains a substantial segment of the market that still values the performance, range, and familiarity of traditional combustion engines. For these drivers, Ford's new engine could represent the perfect blend of tradition and innovation, offering the power, reliability, and convenience they love in a package that is also environmentally responsible. Enthusiasts who cherish the sound and feel of an internal combustion engine may see this development as a lifeline for their preferred driving experience. Additionally, this new technology could appeal to drivers in regions where the infrastructure for electric vehicles remains underdeveloped. While EV adoption has surged in urban areas with well-established charging networks, rural communities and developing countries often lack the necessary infrastructure to support widespread EV use. Ford's advanced combustion engine could offer these markets a practical and efficient solution that bridges the gap until charging networks become more widespread. This would allow for a more inclusive approach to global carbon reduction efforts, ensuring that no region is left behind in the pursuit of greener transportation. In the end, Ford's innovation may do more than simply extend the lifespan of the internal combustion engine. It could fundamentally alter the trajectory of the automotive industry's future. By challenging the narrative that electrification is the only path forward, this breakthrough encourages a broader, more holistic approach to sustainable transportation. It's a reminder that technological progress is rarely a one-size-fits-all solution. Whether this new engine represents the beginning of a combustion renaissance, or simply a transitional step in the journey toward full electrification, one thing is clear: Ford's engineers have reignited a conversation that is far from over.